So hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's look I have created the Bengali look of the Jacqueline Fernandez live. Yeah, so I have been talking in this video, but then I just forgot that my mic has been fallen down, so I had to do a voiceover on this video. So without any further ado, let's get started. So ignore me talking over there. Firstly, I'm gonna do by sanitizing my hands, because it's really important to sanitize nowadays, because we all know what's going on. That's the reason I'm firstly sanitizing, and we don't want to touch our face with any germs. So sanitize your hands first. Then I'm gonna use Estée Lauder Day Wear Cream. It's a really good hydrating moisturizer. It's really good. You can use it as your moisturizing before your makeups, after your makeups, like after cleansing them and all, you can use it. I'm using it and I'm just applying it a generous amount of it. So now I'm going to use one more moisturizer for my face to moisturize it. That's the chia seed from the face shop. It's a really good. All the moisturizers from the face shop is the best. It is the best. The cleansers, their moisturizers, their serums, everything is the best, man. I just can't tell you it's the best. But just do a patch test that it suits your skin, then buy it. I'm applying the chia seed moisturizer all over my face. So it you just have to make sure that your face is really hydrated before your makeup. Then I'm gonna use the Nykaa Cereal Lip Kisser. It's the lip balm, just to hydrate my lips because it was really chapped. Then I'm gonna use the Smashbox Pore Minimizing Primer. It is the best primer. It just blurs out everything. It just keeps your smooth little skin. It's really smooth. It just fill in the pores, everything. You'll just not even feel that you were having some pores over there. It's just that. This primer you can put mostly on your nose, because that's the way you have pores. So it just blurs out everything, and the leftover you can just spread it out on your face. So I'm doing the same thing. You can see, I just can't. Yeah, if I had put that mic, you all would understand what I was trying to say. So it's just the best primer. It is a little pricey, but it's the best. Then I'm going to use the alll Pro Conceal. I'm in the shade Warm Honey. So I'm just going to apply that all over my under eyes and my eyelids, just to cancel out the darkness. So I'm just going to apply that little by little. So in this look, Jacqueline had really smooth little finish on her skin. Like, it was really flawless. It was really flawless, and it was like a smooth texture. So the same thing I'm trying to get in this. So I'm gonna blend it with the beauty blender. It is a damp beauty sponge, so that it works really more nicely. So I'm just gonna blend it. You just have to dab it. Don't drag the product. You just have to dab it little by little. Take your time and do it properly. You all can see the difference, like on the other eye, as there is little bit of darkness, but over here it has just cancelled out the darkness. This concealer is the best, man. You can buy this concealer. It's the best because it's a drugstore. Like, it's really inexpensive, and it does the work really properly. If you're just having a really flawless skin, you can just apply the concealer, setting powder, and then you're done. So here now I'm gonna apply a brighter concealer, because the LA Girl was the same shade. So I'm just gonna put the Wet n Wild Photo Focus concealer, just to brighten up a little bit. So I'm just gonna apply a little bit over there, just to brighten up it, because the same, and it just brighten up, then your face looks really good. So I'm just applying, and I'm just gonna blend that with the beauty blender too, so you all can see that how it has just brightened up a little bit. So it just brighten up. So just gonna blend it properly. Now I'm gonna set my under eyes and my eyes eyelid with the setting powder. That's the Maybelline Fit Me Loose powder. It is really the good powder. It is the best powder. It is an really inexpensive powder. You can use it really good, and if you apply it on a damp beauty sponge, it just works wonders on your skin. It just makes your skin really smooth looking. It just makes your skin like you're having a really smooth finish of makeup, flawless. It just gives that airbrush touch. I just can say that it just gives an airbrush touch. So I'm gonna apply on the both the eyelids very properly, and normally like properly I'm gonna apply that on my skin properly. So as my eyes are set, now for the eyeshadow palettes I'm having two options: the colourbar nudes 12 palette and the revolution makeup palette. I was really confused between these two, but then I thought let's use both the palettes and try out, because both the palettes are having really amazing shades and they are really pigmented really well, because it's really shimmery, matte, everything is there in that. So you can just use it in all the purpose. It's a really good palette. Both the palettes are really well. So in this look I'm gonna use both the palette. This is the revolution palette and the earlier one was the colourbar palette. So I'm gonna take that shade right there. It's the dark shade. So I'm gonna use this palette first and then the revolution palette. So here I'm telling you all that I am using both the palettes in this eye look. So let's see what's the eye color comes out, because the eye color coming is very dramatic and looking exactly little bit like Jacqueline. So I'm going to use that shade on my crease. So I'm just going to take it and I'm going to apply it on my crease little by little, little by little. So just going to drag it and take it to my crease properly. So just gonna apply that color on my both the eyelids on the crease. So just dab off the excess. Don't forget to dab off, because it's really important to dab off the excess. So I'm applying it on crease. It's a really nice chocolatey type color. It is like a pastel chocolate color, because it's like purple and it's pastel. It's like very pastel type. So I just loved, and this is how the color looks. And then I'm taking that shade, it's a nice light pink shade, and that I'm gonna apply it on the crease also and on my eyelid. So it will look like a little bit a sort of cut crease, but we are not doing a cut crease in this like an eyeshadow. I am doing a cut crease but with a concealer. So this eyeshadow it will look like a cut crease, but later on I'm gonna take a concealer and I'm gonna do a cut crease. So it literally looks like I'm having a cut crease on my eyes. So I'm just gonna blend that properly in with the brush. Just gonna blend it really properly. Take your time and blend it very properly. Now I'm gonna take the revolution palette and I'm gonna take those two purple shades. The one is shimmery and one is little matte. So I'm gonna mix both the two shades and I'm gonna apply on my inner corners and my outer corners. So I'm gonna apply that on the inner corner and the outer corner. It was the eye makeup was little pastel purple type mauve tone. It was that sort of eyeshadow, so that's the reason I was using purples and pastel colors. So the later on you have to wipe off the excess like the fallout and the sides. So this is what I got with all the four shades. So then I'm going to take the LA Girl Pro Conceal and a flat brush just to cut crease a little bit. So I'm just gonna take a very little bit amount, a really little amount I'm gonna take, and I'm just gonna do a cut crease, because we don't want a fancy cut crease but a normal, just a normal cut crease. So I'm doing a cut crease, a really normal basic cut crease I'm doing, not a really fancy one. So I'm gonna do the same thing on my other eye also. So I've done on the both the eyes. So now I'm gonna apply the shimmer shades. Now firstly I'm gonna apply the white shade. It was a shade Shy, I guess. So that I'm just gonna put that on the eye, the cut crease which I made, just to set a little bit, just to make it set. So I'm just applying that shade just to set, and then we'll just apply the shimmer from the nude palette from the colourbar. I have taken a fluffy brush because I just wanted to do it very gently and roughly. So now I'm going to take the two shimmer shades. That is, firstly I'm going to apply the purple one, that will be from the middle of my eyelid to the outer corner, and the next thing I'm going to take the golden one, that will be from the inner corner to the middle of my eyelid. Then I'm going to blend both the colors. So as you all can see, there's a sharp line on the middle of the eyelid. Now I'm going to take that golden color and I'm going to apply from inner corner to the center of my eye. So this is the eye look. It looks little bit of glittery and little bit of matte. You all can use your fingers too. As you use your fingers, it is really quite pigmented. You can also use a flat brush, just spritz some setting spray on that so that it's wet, and then you can apply your shimmer. But if you are comfortable with your fingers, you can just use your fingers, because when you apply with your fingers, it just comes out very properly, and the pigment is really proper with the finger, so that it applies really well. So here I'm using a brush, but off camera I had done it a little bit with my fingers. So I had just blended everything, and then my crease had little bit dull, so like I just did a little bit of depth in that by adding the same crease color in that. So I just made a little bit of dark in that. So I've just taken a fluffy blending brush and I'm doing with that. Just ignore my talking in the camera. So now I'm gonna do, now I'm gonna take an angular brush, and as Jacqueline was having a liner, but a smudge liner, so I'm gonna take that black shade and I'm just gonna draw a basic liner, not a wing liner, nothing. I'm just gonna draw a basic liner, just a basic line, just to look a little bit of darkness in the eyes. So I'm just gonna do that on my both the eyelids. So after doing the eyeliner part with the eyeshadow, so I'm just gonna blend it, like it was a smudged liner, so I'm just gonna blend that all. And as we don't want any harsh lines, so I'm just gonna blend that properly in. So blend really well, because we don't want any harsh lines to see in. So just blend it properly and take your time and blend. So as you all can see, the little bit of liner type, I've not applied wink liner. Then I'm just dusting off my face because there was a little bit of fallout. So for doing this look, firstly do your eyes because we want our face to be clean. Then I'm gonna take the pencil brush and I'm gonna apply the eyeshadow which we had used for the crease, that I'm gonna apply on my lower lash line. We don't want our lower lash line to look very bulgy. I'm just gonna apply it from my middle eyelash line to the outer corner. Yeah, only that much. We just don't want to drag it till inside it just looks really ugly. So I feel from middle to outside it looks really nice. So just we have to give a really soft look. So just do it very gently. I'm going to take a pencil brush. You can also use a flat brush if you're having, so you can use it very I've just used that pastel colors, two pastel colors, because I just don't want it to apply a shimmery shade. A really hint of the color, a little hint of the color I have just applied over there. So I've just taken that both the colors and I've just mixed it properly, and I'm gonna apply it on my lower lash line. That's what it looks like. So the eye makeup is almost done. Then I'm gonna take the mascara. I'm gonna use the L'Oreal mascara. So it is the really good mascara. You just don't have to apply any falsies. It is the mascara, like it will look like you have already put a falsies. This is the primer side. So firstly you have to apply the primer and then the mascara. You can also do mascara, primer and then mascara. It just gives a fuller look. So I have first applied the mascara. So after the mascara, after the primer, I'm gonna put the mascara side. So it just, can you see the length? It's just looking like I've applied some falsies. Yeah, it is that great. It just looks like I have applied some falsies. Then for my brows, I'm gonna use the K Beauty pencil in the shade Hazelnut. As Jacqueline was having really bushy eyebrows in the look, so even I'm gonna do like I'm filling my brows really properly. So let's do this. So for the kajal, Jacqueline had used nude kajal. So I really don't have a nude kajal, and it was a lockdown. I just couldn't purchase. So I'm gonna use the white kajal just to open up my eye a little bit so that it looks opened. So I'm gonna apply a white kajal on my waterline so that it looks open, and it was a Provoke kajal. I really don't know the brand. It was a normal brand. So it was like a normal, I had just purchased from a local market. So the name on that, it was Provoke. So I'm just gonna apply it on my lower lash line so that it really looks like opened up. Now again for the liner, I'm gonna use Nykaa Wink and a Bling liner. I'm just gonna use the felt tip. I'm not gonna stamp the wing. So just for the little more darkness, I'm gonna use the felt tip liner. I'm just gonna draw a basic line just over it, because we just don't want like anything winged type, because we want a really basic line. I just wanted, yeah, just try to understand what I'm saying, guys. A really basic thin line. I'm just not drawing a wink, nothing. A really thin line, I'm gonna apply it. So as I've done my eye makeup, now I'm going towards my face. Now I'm gonna apply the LA Girl Pro Conceal just to cancel out all the darkness. For all the girls out there, if you're having any pigmentation around your mouth, around your nose, you can just use the LA Girl Pro what's that called, orange color corrector. Yeah, orange color corrector. You can just use that first and then go ahead with the concealer of your shade. It will just do a magic to your skin. It will just cancel out everything and it will look really flawless. So like I'm having really little bit, so I'm just gonna apply a little bit of concealer and then I'm going with ahead with my foundation. So firstly I'm gonna apply the LA Girl Pro Conceal and then I'm just gonna blend it out with the Damn Beauty sponge. So I'm just blending it with the beauty sponge really properly. As you all can see, my marks are really hidden. It's just cancelled out and it's just looking flawless, and after the applying foundation it just looks more flawless. If you want the dewy look, you can apply a stroke cream before doing your face makeup. So you can do a stroke cream, then your concealer, and then your foundation. It will just look dewy. Or else you can just mix a liquid highlighter in your foundation. Over here I'm not doing that, so you can do that. I have just skipped that. So now I have just applied the highlighted concealer, like a brighter concealer for my skin to brighten up the face a little bit. So I'm just going to apply that little bit and I'm going to blend that with the beauty blender. Now here's a little bit of twist. Firstly I'm going to set my face with the powder. Yeah. First I'm going to set my face with the powder, loose powder with the Maybelline one, and then I'm going to apply the foundation. Yes. So I'm just gonna dabbing with my beauty sponge and then I'm gonna go ahead with my foundation just for the more flawless skin. Yeah. Now for the foundation I'm gonna use the L'Oreal Infallible foundation. It's a really good foundation. You can build it up really good for heavy coverage, and it's a really good foundation. You can use it for everyday purpose too. It's not that high end, but it's a good foundation. So I'm just applying that with the beauty blender. I'm gonna dab it, gonna blend it really properly because we don't want a foundation to be cakey. So I'm just applying very properly. Take your time and do your blending really well. Your blending makes your skin look flawless. So after blending I'm gonna dab off the powder on my skin. So yeah, first I had applied the concealer, then the powder, then the foundation, and again the powder. So this will give my skin a really flawless look. So I have just done that. So I'm just going to apply the powder really properly so that it you can see it looks really flawless. Your makeup looks like your skin like. The blush, I'm gonna go with this nelf blush. I really don't know which blush it is. I had just sitting down in my vanity it was having, so I just picked up and I just wanted to try something new. So I just used it, and there was a no shade written behind, so it was a really red brush, so it's that red. So I had applied a little bit more. You might be thinking I'm looking a joker, but then no, don't. And I may look like a joker, but then believe me, apply a little bit extra blush, because the blush is the first thing that fades away from your skin really quickly. It just fades away really quickly. Within minutes it will just fade away. So when you apply a little bit more, it just stays for a longer time, and we all love the blush. And just I'm gonna apply it on my nose a little bit, just for the fresh glow. I just love to apply my brush on my cheeks, on my chin a little bit, and then on my nose. It just gives a fresh look. And then I'm gonna blend everything. I thought a little bit it's looking a little more, then I'm just gonna blend it everything with my beauty sponge, so now it looks a little bit proper. Then for the highlighter, you all know my preference is the MAC Soft and Gentle. For all the bridal out there, you all can use this highlighter. It's the best highlighter. It suits all the skin tones, and it's just gives the glistening look on your face. So I'm just taking a fan brush and I'm applying this highlighter on my cheekbones, on my bridge of my nose, a little bit on my forehead, on my chin, on my cupid's bow, and on brow bone, and in the inner corners of the eyes. So it just gives a spark on the eyes. It just looks really good on the inner corners of the eyes. So for inner corners and on the nose, I'm gonna apply it with the pencil brush. I think applying highlighter with a normal brush helps a little more, because fan brush doesn't give that much of product on the brush. Then again, off camera I had applied it with a normal brush. So I've just applied inner corners a little bit and on the nose. So now for the lipsticks, I'm having two options over here. Also for the eyeshadows and for the lipsticks, I had two options. So now for the lipsticks, I'm having two options, and that's from the Nykaa one. It's in the shade Jhumki, and in the Smashbox, I'm having in the shade Driver's Seat. That's the always on liquid lipstick Smashbox. You all might be thinking I'm laughing there cause my brother was standing over there. That's the reason I'm laughing. So firstly, I'm gonna apply the shade Jhumki from the Nykaa. So it's a really like a sort of nude shade, mauve nude shade. So this is how the jhumki looked like. Apply the shade Smashbox. It's in the shade Driver's Seat. It's their always on liquid lipstick collection. It's a really beautiful coral shade. It just suits every skin tone. It's really the best. Then I'm gonna blend it out with my fingers just to look a little bit proper. So it's the lip color is come out really similar like Jacqueline. It's a like mauve toned lip color. So this is how my lips look, and I'm gonna change and do my hairs on. So firstly, this is how the thing I did my hair. I've just tongued it up really fast. So this is how my hair looked like, and my makeup turned out this good. And now I'm gonna change and show you all. So 3, 2, and 1. So this is how my look turned out. I just put a sari, that's my mother's sari, some bangles and necklace and a choker and the bindi. So it just looked really flawless and really good, a Bengali look. And the I hope you all enjoyed this look watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and please subscribe to my channel. And I really love to recreate this look, and follow me on Instagram for the more updates. So I love you guys. Bye. Take care, stay safe, stay home, and if you do this makeup, don't forget to tag me. I like to share it on Instagram. Bye.